hi there, Internet. My name is Court, and you've got courtside seats for my spoilers review of Westworld Season 3. Let's do it. I was a big fan of the first season of this show. I didn't love Season 2. In fact, I didn't like it all that much. There were a couple of great episodes, particularly the one that was entirely focused on the guy from I think it was called the Ghost Nations tribe. That was awesome. But overall, I found the season kind of dull and unnecessarily complicated. The multiple timelines worked really well in the first season, so they leaned really heavily into them in the second one. But you needed them in the first one to keep the reveal of William being the Man in Black. I didn't feel like they really needed to be there in the second. And honestly, after that season ended, I was pretty sure I wasn't coming back for a third. But then they put out the teaser trailer, and it had Aaron Paul, and a Pink Floyd song, and they sucked me back in. And I've gotta say, while not as good as the first season, I think Season 3 is a big step up from Season 2. I'm saying season too much. Now, I'm not gonna cover every specific plot point from Series 3, but I will be discussing specific things, so once again, spoiler alert. Moving on. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about the returning cast, because you already know how you feel about them, as do I. But I will quickly say that Tessa Thompson, Evan Rachel Wood, Jeffrey Wright, Ed Harris, and Thandie Newton, they're all fantastic once again. I feel like Tessa Thompson's Charlotte Hale was given more space to grow emotionally here, while not just being the cold, calculating businesswoman. She also has a couple moments where she's essentially playing Dolores Abernathy, but in her own skin. And I thought she absolutely nailed Evan Rachel Wood's physicality and speech patterns. Plus, the look on her face when she pulled herself out of the burning Jeep, damn. Of the newcomers, the two main standouts were Vincent Cassel as Sirach, who I thought was quite good, although he had a couple moments in the finale that were a little bit cheesy. And of course, Aaron Paul, who I'm a big fan of because I love Breaking Bad. And I loved his performance in this, even though his character of a broken man was not all that dissimilar to latter Breaking Bad's Jesse Pinkman. But I thought he did a great job with the physicality, and he's just such an electric performer, I can't take my eyes off of him even when he's standing next to the stunning Evan Rachel Wood. And I loved his chemistry with her as well. They played off each other wonderfully, and admittedly, I wanted there to be a romance there because I love them together. That said, I'm glad they didn't go there. I'm glad they didn't do it. It would have felt obvious at best and contrived and cheesy at worst. I feel like Westworld went full Black Mirror this season. I mean, sure, it's always been a sci-fi show, but they're really leaning into it now, particularly in the real world stuff. Those limbic cracker things that the military was giving Caleb to eat, that reminded me considerably of the Black Mirror episode Men Against Fire. And the production design here is immaculate. The cityscapes and architecture are incredible. I'm told they shot a lot in Singapore and Spain, although I'm sure there was a lot of CGI wizardry going on there as well. The ships, the gadgets, the weapons, the holograms, everything looked cool or beautiful or both. The action I found was hit or miss. A lot of Dolores' gunfights were pretty awesome because she's basically the Terminator now. And her duels with Maeve were also pretty sweet. But while some of the hand-to-hand combat sequences were expertly crafted, choreographed, and cut, others felt rather stunted. And I wonder if perhaps it just came down to specific episodes' directors. Maybe some of them are just better at shooting action than others. Now, ever since I saw The Abyss when I was 12 or 13 years old, Ed Harris has been my all-time favorite actor. I love that man. So imagine how happy I was when William hallucinates a therapy session with himself, 3 other Ed Harrises, and a Jimmy Simpson thrown in for good measure. You have Old William, tuxedo-clad socialite William, the Man in Black, and young William. And the sequence was so perfectly acted and written that not only is it the highlight of the season for me, it might be the highlight of the entire series. I also thoroughly enjoyed the post-credit sequence where a host Charlotte sicks the Man in Black on William. That was some hot Harris on Harris action. And I'll admit, it was kind of dumb, but that cameo with David Benioff and D.B. Weiss and the Dragon, it made me laugh. But still, while there was a lot that I enjoyed this season, I still had some significant problems with it. I did find this season was more streamlined than the previous one, but it was still overly complex. I don't know if the showrunners just think they're too smart, or if perhaps I'm just too stupid. It might be a bit of both. Further, it's been almost a complete 2 years since season 2 aired, so I was pretty foggy on a lot of the details, and I was not about to rewatch that season. So certain characters' relationships with others, what their past has, I don't remember a lot of it. You'd have scenes in this season where this person comes in and they're together with this person, there's a lot that's unsaid and there's dramatic tension. I'm like, I don't remember what's going on. This should probably mean more to me than it does right now. And I didn't find that each episode's previously on Westworld were really all that helpful. They were elegantly put together, but they're very short with no dialogue, and they didn't really give me the context that I really could have used. I'm also getting really pretty frustrated with the whole killing a major character, but now they're a host and everything is fine. And yes, Dolores did talk a lot this season about how she's died many times, and she has, but that there is a final death that could happen. And it seems like in the season finale they killed her off for good, but I don't buy it. I figure she'll probably be back in some shape or form next season. And as much as I love the character, I hope she remains dead. Because the whole kill somebody off and then just bring them back, it is such a cop-out. It robs the deaths of dramatic impact if we know they're going to be back, at least most likely. Still, I quite enjoyed Westworld Season 3 a lot more than I expected to. We know that HBO has renewed the show for a Season 4, and I gotta say, now I'm really looking forward to it. I assume we'll probably get it sometime in 2036. So those are my thoughts on Westworld Season 3, and now I want to know, what did you guys think about it? Did you have a favorite episode, or who is your favorite character? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. Hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.